So, UFC 327, Prochazka vs Ulberg just went down this weekend, and I, King Here MMA, will be reacting to every fight that happened on the card. Obviously, Instagram's live, everything's good. We're good, bro. We're fucking cooking hard. I literally recorded this video yesterday. Then I realized I had myself on mute the whole time, and I was pissed off. And it was 11 o'clock at night. It's 11 o'clock at night again. I have a very busy day. Let's get right to it, though. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's start with this, bro. Let's just accept. Look, they've already done it. Carlos Ulberg is the new light heavyweight champ, bro. I told you all. I fucking told you all this would happen. None of yous listened. Yous were like, Yuri's going to be the champ. Yuri's going to fucking plot armor his way through this. He couldn't plot armor his way through this. We had every single thing against us. And guess what? Ulberg still got it done. Ulberg still did the check left hook. Ulberg still fucking done it. And I told everybody, I love Yuri, but man, I knew Ulberg was going to get it done. And I love Ulberg as champ, bro. And before we talk about the other fights, I will come back to this fight. I'm really hating MMA YouTube at the moment. It's really pissing me off, and I'm really hating it. Like, I get that you guys have your favorite fighter, and I get it that this shit happens. But you cannot just be like, oh, Ulberg should relinquish the title. Everyone else did. Oh, let's have a Hamzat come up and fucking fight for the belt now that Ulberg's champ. Like, are you fucking for real? We all hated on Hamzat. I hate Hamzat. I still hate Hamzat. We all hated on Hamzat for fucking not fighting more than once a year, for missing weight, for doing all the bullshit that he does. And Ulberg is exciting. He might not have much personality, but he will come into this. Watch everyone switch. Everyone will switch on Ulberg. Everyone will be like, oh my god, I was always a fan of Ulberg. None of you were a fan of Ulberg. I've always been a fan of Ulberg. At the very start of his career, I wasn't a fan. But I have been a fan of Ulberg since the Fabio Charant fight. If you know ball, you know ball. I'll come back to this fight. I will make a whole separate video about it. I've actually got a few complaints about a few MMA YouTubers. But yeah, we've got a whole shitload to talk about on this card. Anyway, good win for Ulberg. And for the next fight, bro, Paulo Costa. 205's looking good, man. Like, especially like, it must have been just Paulo cutting too much weight, because he was so powerful in this fight. Asmat Mozakhanov made it somewhat competitive, but he just couldn't deal with those body kicks to head kick ratio. First round, Paulo came out hard and strong with those fucking body kicks. Bang, bang, shrinking up Asmat. Asmat was coming forward, body punches, head punches. The first round was to Paulo Costa. He made Asmat shrink up a little bit. Second round, Asmat was leading out. Got in close, had some really nice combos. Really competitive fight in that second round. But there was some moments where you could see Asmat starting to crumble a little bit. And then that third round came. Paulo Costa, soon as that, like, he started ripping those kicks. He lost a bit of cardio, but as soon as he started ripping those kicks to the body and the head, it was just a matter of time. Asmat couldn't handle it, and one of those kicks obviously broke his arm, because he couldn't lift his arm up after that kick. And then Paulo just whipped up the head kick, and Asmat could not take it anymore. Crumbled. Paulo won the fight. I'm very shocked. Like, I chose Asmat. I'm honest. But Paulo did a great job. I do like this new style that he's putting on. Kick heavy sort of fighting. I really like 205 for him. I don't think he deserved the title shot yet. I think he needs to fight another contender. A lot of people were saying Asmat should get the title shot. I think I'd like to see Paulo Costa might fight like a Yuri. I think Yuri and Costa, that could be a good fight. If Asmat needs to recover, looks like he broke his arm, he could fight Nuzumir or someone like that. But yeah, good win for Paulo Costa. And for the next fight, bro, fight of the night, fight of the year. This was fucking insane. They both come out and just... Josh Hokett's just obviously so much faster. Hurts Curtis Blades straight away. Like 50 punch combination. Then Josh Hokett blows his load. Curtis Blades comes right back. 50 punch combination as well. Nearly finishes Josh Hokett. I'd give the first round to Curtis Blades. Next round, same thing happens. Josh Hokett comes out blasting. Punches. Middle finger. Blows his gas tank. Drops Curtis a few times, but also Curtis Blades comes back hard and fast. Like, not hard and fast, but another 20, 30, 40 punch combination. Fucking insane pace from these heavyweights. And then, third round, Josh Hokett just slowly takes over the fight. Like, still has a burst of speed. Curtis can't recover as much, can't counter as good. But both slanging and banging. I think Josh Hokett had a very stronger end to the fight and ended to the round, and I do agree with the decision. But bro, you have to give these two a fucking... Obviously, performance and fight of the night was fucking well deserved. This is the best heavyweight fight I've ever seen in my life. Legitimately, like, I can't think of a heavyweight fight I've seen and been like, yeah, this is fight of the year. Like, there's none. And respect to Curtis Blades, because bro, he was a dog, I tell you what. But he's going to have to recover. And Josh Hokett's apparently fighting Derek Lewis on the Freedom 250 card for the White House. Bro, he has a shtick, and he backed it up with a crazy fight. I'm a fan of Josh Hokett. I'm not going to say I don't like him. I'm a fan of Josh Hokett. If he can keep fighting like that with that shtick, everyone's going to be a fan of him. It works. It's good. Good fight from the both of these guys. Anyway, from the best fight to the worst fight, Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. Don't really want to give these guys too much screen time. Basically 5 strikes per round from each fighter. You could give it to whoever. It was that close of a fight. Probably the most boring fight, honestly, was one of the most anticipated fights turned into the most boring fights. Could have gave it to either one. They both did barely fuck all in this fight. They kind of just stood at each other. Very terrible fight. Dominic Reyes, his stock doesn't go up at all. I think it goes down from it. Same thing with Johnny Walker. Reyes, we could give him a middle fighter. Maybe Jamal Hill. Makes a lot of sense. Kind of both washed. I'd like to see that fight. And for Johnny Walker, I think he has to fight an up-and-comer. Again, might fraud check another up-and-comer, which, yeah. Anyway, on to the next fight. Cub Swanson. Holy shit. Murders Nate Landwehr. Like, legitimately aura farms on top of him. And just beats the shit out of Nate Landwehr. Drops him like 6 times. And goes out. What a way to go out on your career. Literally was like, when I was thinking, when Cub Swanson was walking out, I was like, I'm getting a fucking weird feel. Like, I'm getting deja vu. This is like Nico Price versus Robbie Lawler. This was dead set Robbie Lawler versus Nico Price. That is literally what I was thinking in my head. I was like, oh my god, this is going to go the exact same way. And it's exactly how I thought. Cub Swanson beat the fuck out of Nate the Train. What a way to go out. I hear a lot of people saying he should keep fighting. That's a perfect way to end your career. Nate Landwehr isn't the greatest opponent. I don't really want to see Cub go fight again and then get knocked out. I think that is a beautiful way to end your career. Had a great career in the WEC. I'm pretty sure he was a champion in the WEC. Had a great career in the UFC. Beat the Korean Zombie, Dustin Poirier, and RDA. Did he beat RDA? I don't know. But Cub Swanson, great career, great win. And Nate, what are you doing, bro? We'll give you Julian Erosa next. How about that? Anyway. And for the prelims, we get a Bellator main event. We get Aaron Pico versus Patricio Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull had a pretty strong first round. But besides that, Aaron Pico used his elite level Golden Gloves boxing and just beat the shit out of Patricio Pitbull. Looked really strong in that second and third round, and I thought he was going to get Pitbull out of there. But looked real good doing it, man. I don't think Pitbull's exactly in his prime. It's still Pitbull. It's still a hard fight. I don't want to see him get pushed up to like a Jean Silva or fucking. I want to see him at least maybe fight top, like between 10 and 7. I think that's a good push. I think I'd like to see Aaron Pico fight the winner of Steve Garcia versus Diego Lopez. Or, like, depending on who loses, I guess we could see the loser versus Aaron Pico versus Steve Garcia. For Patricio Pitbull, he's probably either going to get pushed out of the rankings or be number 15. I'd like to see him fight Josh Emmett. That could be good. That'd be fun. Who's more washed? Anyway, good win for Pico. Another featherweight prospect. Yeah, anyway, for the next fight, Kevin Holland cruises his way to a decision win. The story of the fight was Kevin Holland just did more in this fight. All round too, like, he was doing better in the striking, better in the grappling, nearly got Randy Brown out of there with a DAS. Nasty DAS. But got to give credit for Randy Brown, he was fighting that DAS off hard. I thought he was going to go out. But in that third round, he gassed up, basically cuddled Kevin along the fence. I think Kevin took all 3 rounds. I agree with the decision. Kevin Holland does this, man. He'll beat some half-decent names at welterweight, and then, you know, he'll lose to, like, a fucking Yaroslav. Like, that's exactly how Kevin Holland is. And Randy Brown, he'll always be a middle welterweight. For Kevin Holland, I would really like to see him fight Colby Covington, but I don't think we're going to see Colby Covington fight, honestly. I could have honestly seen him putting Kevin Holland on the White House card against Colby. That should have been the fight to make as well. But I think I want to see Kevin Holland fight Neil Magny. That'd be a fun fight. That could be really interesting. We could see, like, who that'd be a really good fight. Kevin Holland versus Neil Magny. And for Randy Brown, I don't know. I'm not that interested in Randy Brown. Oh, you could fight Charles Radke, another winner on the card. So yeah, good win for Kevin Holland. I want to see him fight Neil Magny. And for Matus Gamrot, fraud checks Esteban Ribovics. And I say fraud check because legitimately, like, what did Esteban Ribovics do? He couldn't do anything on the ground. Was over striking. Matus was actually doing better in the striking in some moments, and just smudged Esteban Ribovics and submitted him in the second round. Not much to say. Legitimately just smudged Ribovics. Like, properly, like just done him dirty. I thought Ribovics was going to be a half-decent contender. That's why I kind of chose him. I thought he was going to knock out Gamrot, but I just think his grappling just got exposed, and if your grappling's not that great, I don't see him going too far. He's going to have to fight down the rankings again. And Matus Gamrot, I guess he could fight someone in the top 10. Like Renato Moicano, Paddy Pimblett, Dan Hooker. Oh, he already fought Dan. But, you know, like someone in that level. We can't give him top 5 again. But yeah, good win for Gamrot. Esteban Ribovics, he could fight Chris Padilla. He's still going to be fringe top 20. But yeah, Chris Padilla needs a bump up. I'll talk about that fight in a bit. Anyway, Tatiana Suarez gets a very, I'd say hard fought, because she struggled in the striking against Lupi Godinez. What we have learned from this fight is Tatiana Suarez does not know how to throw a punch. She is looking like prime Patchy Mix out there. But besides that, she got Lupi Godinez down and just easily controlled her. And I have no idea why Lupi Godinez tried to grapple her. That was some goofy fucking goober shit. But yeah, basically smudged her whenever she was on the ground, throwing pity-patty shots, and eventually got the rear naked. So good win for Tatiana Suarez. I think I'd like to see her in a number 1 contender shot. Maybe a Verna Jandarova or a Gillian Robinson could be good. So, yeah. Olivia Godinez, she'll just go back to the drawing board, whatever. It's women's fighting. I don't really care that much. But, yeah. Good win for Tatiana Suarez. Feels like we got a lot of finishes on this card, but we didn't. And here's a weird fucking... This has happened 2 weeks in a row. Bruce Buffer has fucked up and read the wrong scorecards, but apparently... I don't know, this is so strange. So, I thought Chris Padilla won every fucking round, right? Including point deduction, so I scored it 30-26. But apparently, on the judge's scorecard, it was read... Like, if you saw the judge's scorecard, you'd be like, who the fuck's judging this fight? It was the fattest robbery I've ever seen. It was going to go to Markel Medeiros before this fucking eye poke or nut shot, whatever the hell it was. How does Chris Padilla lose that fight? Please tell me. He outstruck him, outgrappled him, and put more pressure on him. I just do not understand these scorecards, man. We have to get these judges either investigated or we need new judges. Because genuinely, if that point deduction wasn't there, we would have ruined, like, a good win for Chris Padilla, which it should have been. But it's a fucking draw, which is insane. Why is this a draw? There's no world where this should be even a draw, let alone a loss. That's crazy. So, I'm going to count this as a win from Chris Padilla. I don't give a shit, bro. I think he should argue that. I think even Bruce Buffer was probably thinking, yeah, this guy won. That's why he probably automatically read it like that. Good win for Chris Padilla. I want to see him fight like an Esteban Rivovics or a Chris Duncan or somebody. That could be an awesome fight. He'll always come forward and push a pace. And for Markel Medeiros, it's not his fault. The scorecards aren't something he can control. But yeah, he'll fight some up-and-comer at lightweight. So yeah, good win for Chris Padilla. I'm not counting this as a draw. And yeah, and for the next fight, bro, how's Kelvin Gastelum washed? Can you please tell me how Kelvin Gastelum loses to a former lightweight? Because Vicente Luque is a lightweight, isn't like a former lightweight, isn't he? That's insane, man. If you looked at Vicente Luque after the fight, he looked tiny against Robocop. But yeah, man. Kelvin Gastelum goes out there, throws a few half-decent strikes, gets dropped hard by Luque. I don't know how you do that in the big 2026. And Vicente gets his classic Darce stroke. He looked good, man. Vicente looked really good in this fight. I don't know how, but he just looked good, dropped the Gastelum and got the submission. Gastelum's cooked, bro. Gastelum is totally fucking cooked. Luque looked good. I want to see him fight Jack Hermansson. That could be a fun fight. Both kind of washed, but you know. And for Gastelum, bro, what do you do with him? Like, he's barely winning fights against the scrubs of the division. I guess we could do Gastelum versus Marvin Vettori. Otherwise, you nearly got to cut him. It's just terrible at this point. But yeah, good win for Vicente. Looks like classic Vicente Luque. And yeah. Anyway, for the last fight of the card, we have Charles Radke versus Francisco Prado. Pretty boring fight, you know, like, not boring. The most significant thing in the fight was an eye poke. But Charles Radke just basically was one step ahead of Francisco Prado, striking, grappling, everything. Kind of smudged him a bit through the 3 rounds, but good win for Radke. Said some not totally great stuff on the mic, but yeah, it's a good win for Radke, man. And he's only lost to like Mike Malott and Carlos Prates. I'd like to see him not have a crazy step up or anything. I'd just like to see him fight a good like mid welterweight. I think I said Randy Brown. That could be a good fight. Makes a lot of sense. And yeah, good win for Radke. And Prado, he's getting cut. Like, dude's 0-4 in the UFC, and we can't just keep these dudes around unless, I don't know, we want to make him a highlight. But yeah, man, listen, this was a great card. I like really enjoyed most of the fights on this card. Really back and forth. Had some fucking like absolute stunners. Our GOAT, Carlos Ulberg, is the champ. Oh, I will go back to this fight. Yeah, man, like I said, I predicted this perfectly. It was either going to be that left hook or that straight right. There was no other way this was going to go. And Ulberg, like, compromised his leg in the fight and still got this knockout. There's a lot of interesting matchups for Ulberg. Now that Costa's in the division, we've got Ankalaev. If Pereira wants to come back down, that could be an awesome fucking fight, bro. I don't give a fuck. I think that'd be an awesome fight. If Jan wins his next fight, that could be interesting. There's a lot of great matchups in this division. And for Yuri, it's sad, but this is what, his fourth title shot? We can't be gifting title shots like this. Legitimately, Yuri's going to have to like get on a 3 or 4 fight win streak to literally get back to the title. But yeah, I'm going to be making... I've got a matchmaking video. Oh, I'll come back up here. Yeah, our GOAT won. That's great. But I've got a matchmaking video coming out tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. I'm a bit tired. But I've also got a bit of a rant to go on. I'll do it a little bit in this video. I'm sick of the cope already. We are 2 days removed from this event and I'm still hearing cope. And I'm still hearing, oh, why don't we have Hamzat come up to the division? How about go fuck yourself? Because legitimately it is pissing me off that people, oh, I don't like Ulberg. Oh, he's got no character. He is entertaining. He knocks people out. The only people he didn't knock out were people that are legitimate blockheads. He pieced up Uzdemir, and who the fuck doesn't give, like, who doesn't Jan give a tough fight to? And, like, you remember this. Just remember this. Volk was the exact same. 90% of you hated Volk before you warmed up to him. I've always loved Volk from the fucking day he's been in the UFC. I think Ulberg's going to be very similar. Now, Ulberg isn't going to have as long as career because he's 35 years of age. But I think it's going to be a very similar situation. And when you motherfuckers switch up, I'll be right here telling you who's switched up. I've been here from fucking day one. I've been here since the fucking Contender Series, watching this guy from the regional scene. But yeah, that's my little rant. I've got rant about YouTubers and all this other shit, but I'll save that for another video. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Thanks. Bye.